Previously on The Walking Dead, AJ and I had been searching for a long time for some place we could call home. Just when we thought we'd found a huge stash of food, it turned out to be a trap. That could have been the end. But I woke up and found I'd been saved by a guy named Marlon, the leader of a community living inside an old boarding school. It felt like a chance at having a home, a real one. We had to go back to the train station to see if any food survived the explosion. But someone else had the same idea. When AJ distracted him, I shoved him into a pack of walkers. I found Marlon and Brody in the basement that night, arguing about the man we'd seen, and I learned why Brody was so afraid. The man was part of a group of raiders they'd run into a year ago. Marlon traded Tennessee's older sisters to the raiders to keep himself safe. He attacked Brody and locked me in the basement with her. When she turned, I had to stop her. Marlon stole AJ's gun and tried to convince them I had murdered Brody. Lewis backed me up. I attacked Marlon and made him drop the gun. I was going to lock him in the basement, but then Marlon was dead, and AJ pulled the trigger. He remembered what I'd taught him. To never hesitate.
Made you some coffee. It was in the kitchen. Tin said that I can have some. I didn't steal it.
I'm surprised you remember how to make it. We haven't had coffee in a long time.
You put it in hot water.
You're right. Thanks.
Last night, with Marlon, I heard Lewis and what he called me. Am I a murderer?
No! Oh my God!
Shit! We could get medicine from the nurse's office.
He's dead. The kid blew his brains out. You shot him. He's dead. You're a murderer. Marlon, he was down. You had him beat. What the fuck did you teach this kid?
Lewis called me a murderer. But we're supposed to kill bad stuff. Monsters. Did I do it bad? I thought Marlon was bad. He killed Brody. He kept telling lies. Clem, please just tell me. If I'm a murderer, I should know. Right? So that I can try not to be your...
Louis was wrong. What you did was justified.
Justified?
It means you had a good reason for doing it.
I was justified. What are we gonna do?
Back off, all of you!
It was under control! I talked Marlin down, then he murdered my fucking friend!
Take AJ, go inside.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, just let them go back to the dorms? What happens the next time one of us does something this kid doesn't like? Should we expect a bullet too?
That's not what happened.
It's exactly what happened!
No, he wouldn't do that. He'd never hurt any of you. It was... Marlin threatened us.
AJ pointed the gun first!
We get it, Louis. Just back off, okay?
Back off? Seriously?
Let's go.
Clem? They better not call me a monster. They were scared of me, even though Marlin was the bad guy. I'm not scary. I didn't act like a monster.
The kids here haven't lived on the road, not like we have. They don't know what real survival looks like.
Well, someone should tell them. It's not my fault they don't know.
I know. We're gonna try.